Welcome to Exploring the Architecture of the Mean Stack. We are going to cover all four of the major food groups today: the MongoDB food group, the Express.js food group, AngularJS, and of course, Node.js. My name is Scott Davis. I run a consultancy out of Denver, Colorado called Thirsty Head. I'm a longtime O'Reilly author. My first book for O'Reilly was JBoss at Work. I spent a lot of years doing Java-based web development. Spent several years doing Google Maps as well. Wrote several books on Google Maps and also open source mapping. From there, I moved on to Groovy and Grails, a wonderful dynamic language that runs on top of Java, on top of the JVM. But for the past 6, 7, 8 years, I've really been focused on HTML5. And not just any HTML5, but HTML5 that's focused on smartphones and tablets and smart TVs as well. So we're going to cover a lot of good ground here today. We're here to talk about mastering mean. This is an article series I write for IBM Developer Works. It'll walk you through the keystrokes of putting together a mean app, what you need to do a code-first way of working your way through this stack. But I need to give you a disclaimer here. We're not here to talk about how to code the mean stack. This talk is going to be more about concepts than code, more semantics than syntax, because there's a lot of misunderstandings, not just about the mean stack, but about web development in general. Many people who started doing web development in 1996 will not recognize what's going on here 20 years later. So in addition to making sure that you understand this as a concepts, not a syntax course, I also want to state something up front and be very, very clear about this. My goal is not to convince you that the mean stack is the one true web framework to rule them all. You're smarter than that, right? You know that you should be very careful about trusting anyone who says they have the one true framework to rule them all. You also know, as a sidebar, never to trust a programmer with their shirt tucked in, right? Never, never. But what we're here to talk about today is not why the mean stack is the best stack ever, because there are lots of different web stacks out there. In fact, what I want to tell you is why I have chosen the mean stack. But what is important about this is all of these pieces are swappable, and I do it regularly based as I go from client to client. Sometimes we'll use CouchDB instead of Mongo. Sometimes we'll use jQuery Mobile instead of Angular. There are lots of different frameworks out there. So in fact, what I want you to do is use this as an evaluation of one potential set of solutions. Find which solutions match your particular needs, but feel free to swap out the ones that don't fit your needs or your particular problem space. That's the beauty of a highly cohesive, loosely coupled stack like the mean stack. So I'm going to give you lots of things to think about as we move through here, but the first thing, and I'm going to come back to this point many different times, is that many times in our industry, we have the order of operations wrong. If you say we're a Java Oracle shop, or we're a .NET shop, or we're a Ruby on Rails shop, you've already lost. You've already lost because you're putting tools before the solution. What we need to do is look at the problem you're trying to solve, find the right set of tools to solve that problem, not find solutions that fit your existing skill set.